And welcome in to another episode of Off Script. My name is Zak Herbstreit, and let's take a trip real quick right up the road, actually, to Lexington, Kentucky for some Kentucky football spring intel. But before we do that, if you enjoy college football, if you enjoy the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps me out a lot, so we appreciate you guys. But let's get right into it here. First things first, the Will Stein era looks bright. It looks incredibly bright to me. From what I've seen from practice clips, from interviews, he looks excited to be there. He looks happy to be in Lexington, which as a fan, as you know, like someone, an alum there, you're like, yes, like we finally got a guy who, like, you know, like is passionate about the program. To me, he's that kind of coach that goes around the building and knows everyone's names. He breathes life. He breathes energy. He's that kind of guy that, you know, you want to play for. As a player, you want to play for this guy. And in my opinion, I feel like it might take a few recruiting classes, a few portal classes here and there to really kind of get where you want to get. But still, I'm confident Will Stein has the ability to turn around this program for the better, and really excited for, I mean, you'll see it in spring, the spring game in about 10 days, just kind of, you know, a different vibe to that Kentucky team. So excited to see kind of what they've been working on. You see clips here and there, like I said, and you can kind of get a little bit of the vibe of what this team is and the life they're bringing right now and the change there is right now. You can feel the change, but you'll see it more in the spring game, and excited to see that. But more on the actual team here. I want to start off with the offense. Kenny Minchey's, he's a dude. And you get that comparison. It's a little, some coach speak here where it's like, yeah, he's just a guy. Yeah, he's a guy on the team. No. Kenny Minchey, he's a dude. He's a dude. He makes plays. And I feel like whenever I hear Kenny Minchey's name nowadays, when I see it written down or in an interview or something, the word professional is brought up somehow. He throws the ball like a professional. His approach to practice is very professional. And I feel like at the college level, as a college kid, that is one of the biggest compliments you can get in today's day and age, which is very reassuring at the quarterback position. So he's continuing to improve. By no means has he arrived yet. I'm just saying he's a talented player. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I think he does have the talent, maybe not the end of this year, but just, you know, stacked a couple of years, but he will be one of the better quarterbacks in all of the SEC when it's all said and done. I just think he has the ability to win games. I think as a quarterback, you want to be that guy to win games. He will win you games. So I'm really, really excited for his overall improvement from Notre Dame to now Kentucky. And like I said, he had a battle with C.J. Carr, who's literally the Heisman frontrunner right now. So that kind of shows you what this guy is capable of. But as long as he can get the ball to Nick Anderson and DJ Miller, who also have had incredible spring practices so far, I'm really excited about this Kentucky offense. But moving on here, the running back room is a little bit of a good question too. It's a little interesting. They went to the portal and got C.J. Baxter and Javante Barnes, both from Texas and Oklahoma, respectively. Who it's kind of an interesting little conflict of interest there, being rivals. But really haven't heard too much about these guys. I know they're both a little injury prone too, but so far in spring they've been a little dormant. Nothing too crazy coming out from these guys. Another name is Jason Patterson, who they kept from last year's team. So Will Stein and his staff was like, all right, we'll keep this guy. And then another name is Martellus Carter Jr. Martellus Carter Jr., safety, transitioning to running back. So that's also pretty interesting. It's kind of like a little, you know, like they have depth of position, but like who's going to be the emerging guy? That's the question there. And you'll probably hear a little bit more as April kind of rolls on. And I know the spring game is in 10 days, so more news will come out about that. But it is a little bit of a question mark who's going to be kind of the main guy to carry the load of this offense. Moving on defensively here, and from what I've seen, linebacker looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting position. And it's similar to the running back room where they have depth, but linebacker it's an inexperience. Instead of going out in the portal and grabbing guys that, you know, have played before, they went out and got guys that just have eligibility. Guys that are, you know, little inexperienced, haven't played a lot of SEC ball. So that's kind of a big question mark. It's like, how's that linebacker room going to be? You know, with guys that haven't played too much, there is a little bit of that learning curve where, you know, practice, they look good in practice once they're in the game. It's a different ball game there, literally. So I'm not too worried about that, but that's a question mark there. And then moving on, a name that's been all around camp right now is DeMarcus Gardner. He's turning heads. Expect him to really make an impact in that defense, especially in the secondary for Kentucky. But Kentucky fans, we're about 10 days away from the spring game. I want to hear your thoughts on this team so far. I want to hear your hype level. I mean, it's an exciting time. Basketball season's over. We're focused on football now. I want to hear all about your concerns, bold takes. Let me know what you think. Like I said, my name's Zak Herbstreit. This is Off Script. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you guys soon.